as far as India's position on the conflict is concerned, this has been clearly articulated on more than one occasion by our leadership. The ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas has led to a large-scale loss of civilian lives, especially women and children. The terror attacks in Israel on 7 October were shocking, and they deserve our unequivocal condemnation. My leadership has repeatedly emphasized that only a two-state solution achieved through direct and meaningful negotiations, we support the membership of Palestine at the United Nations. The conflict in Gaza has been ongoing for over 7 months, and the humanitarian crisis that it has triggered has been increasing. There is also the potential for growing instability in the region and beyond. In this context, we view the Council's adoption of Resolution 2728 as a positive step. Mr. President, as far as India's position on the conflict is concerned, this has been clearly articulated on more than one occasion by our leadership. Allow me to reiterate the key points. 1. The ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas has led to a large-scale loss of civilian lives, especially women and children. The resulting humanitarian crisis is simply unacceptable. We have as such strongly condemned the deaths of civilians in the conflict. International law and international humanitarian law must be respected by everyone under all circumstances. 2. The terror attacks in Israel on 7 October were shocking, and they deserve our unequivocal condemnation. There can be no justification for terrorism and hostage-taking. India has a long-standing and uncompromising position against terrorism in all its forms and manifestations, and we demand the immediate and unconditional release of all hostages. 3. The humanitarian situation in Gaza is dire. It is imperative that humanitarian aid to the people of Gaza be scaled up immediately in order to avert a further deterioration in the situation. We urge all parties to come together in this endeavor. We also welcome the efforts of the United Nations and the international community in this regard. India has provided humanitarian aid to the people of Palestine and will continue to do so. We note the recent facilitation of a greater flow of humanitarian aid into Gaza by the Israeli authorities. 4. My leadership has repeatedly emphasized that only a two-state solution achieved through direct and meaningful negotiations between both sides on final status issues will deliver an enduring peace. India is committed to supporting a two-state solution where the Palestinian people are able to live freely in an independent country within secure borders with due regard to the security needs of Israel. To arrive at a lasting solution, we urge all parties to foster conditions conducive to resuming direct peace negotiations at an early date. As I close, Mr. President, I will state that in keeping with our long-standing position, we support the membership of Palestine at the United Nations, and therefore we have voted in favor of the resolution adopted last Friday. We hope that Palestine's application would be reconsidered by the Security Council in due course, and that Palestine's endeavor to become a member of the United Nations will get endorsed.